Now at noon, we're less than an hour from learning the fate of Jacob McDonald.
The speed that he hit the Nissan was 72 miles an hour.
The man charged in a deadly bus crash that killed 6 people, including 3 students. When and where you can watch the verdict live.
We're seeing a few storms work their way into southern Ohio this noon hour, but the big event comes tonight. We'll talk more about our chances for severe weather.
Plus, school's almost out, but speeding appears to still be in. The intersection's getting the most attention from police. 10 TV News at noon starts right now. It may be sunny right now. Enjoy it, because we are expecting another round of heavy storms to hit the region after 7 this evening. Our meteorologists have issued a weather impact alert day. We're expecting potentially severe thunderstorms with a chance of hail, flooding, and even, they say, tornadoes. We thank you for joining us for 10 TV News at noon on this Friday. I'm Tracy Townsend. Now, if you have plans tonight, you'll want to make sure you have your phone and that you have our 10 TV app on it so you can get an alert about the weather. We're going to bring in meteorologist Michael Behrens to time out the storms for you. Michael.
Yeah, Tracy, you definitely want to have a way to get those weather alerts as you head into this evening, because we're going to see a rather strong line of storms eventually form and work its way into central Ohio. That's why we have a 10 TV weather impact alert day in effect from 7 o'clock tonight until the early AM hours tomorrow. That will be for that round of storms eventually heading our way as we head through tonight. Make sure you're staying connected and you have a way to get those alerts. Again, that 10 TV app is a great way to do that. As we head into this afternoon, we could see a few pop-up showers and storms come together. In fact, already seeing a few of those stronger ones on the southern side of the 10 TV viewing area. We'll take a closer look at that storm to the south, producing quite a bit of lightning in the MacArthur area, just rolled out of the Chillicothe region in the last 30 minutes. That's connected to another area of rain that stretches back down into southern Ohio and Kentucky. This portion not severe yet, but again, we will see more storms develop later tonight when we do have that higher risk for severe weather in place. That level 3 out of 5 still covers central Ohio. We'll time out the storms coming up in about 15 minutes. Tracy.
All right, in less than an hour, we're going to learn the fate of Jacob McDonald, the bus driver in the case of that deadly crash on I-70. 3 students, a teacher, and 2 chaperones from the Tuskegee Valley Local School District died in that crash. It happened in November of 2023. 10 TV has been following this story ever since, and now McDonald, the former semi-truck driver, faces charges in their deaths. 10 TV News reporter Kiara Lake joins us now from outside the Licking County Courthouse and explains why cell phone use is top of mind.
McDonald is the semi-truck driver that's accused of causing that crash back in November of 2023. And right here behind me in the courtroom, we're expecting a judge to make a verdict at 1 this afternoon. McDonald faces 26 counts, and at the center of this case is whether or not he was actively using his cell phone leading up to the fiery crash. We have the incident report by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and that day the report says McDonald was driving a semi at 70 miles per hour heading into traffic. It says he did not slow down and drove over a vehicle and slammed into a charter bus, killing 6 people. The trial got underway earlier this month, and both sides rested last week. We've been waiting for the judge's verdict since that time. Now, reason why the judge is making the verdict is because this is a bench trial, so a jury was not involved. Reporting from Licking County, Kiara Lake, 10 TV News.
And again, the judge is expected to deliver the verdict at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, that's less than an hour from now. We'll plan to stream it for you live on 10 TV Plus. Our coverage will start at 12:55. If you want to watch, simply download 10 TV Plus onto your smart TV and you can watch it for free. There is breaking news just coming into the newsroom. Within the past 45 minutes or so, we learned the Franklin County Children's Services will invest $500,000 into the Choices program. Choices is a Medicaid waiver program that helps people who are dealing with domestic violence situations. The money would come from the FCCS levy that passed back in November. And here's why this is so important right now. We've reported several child abuse and neglect deaths in just the past 15 months, all having some sort of interaction with Franklin County Children's Services. Since mid-February of 2024, 5 children have died. Now we are taking action. Our crews are talking with Franklin County Children's Services to ask whether this money will help save a life and how. We'll have a full interview on 10 TV News at 6, so you want to join us for that. This is all happening while, again, in less than an hour, a woman charged in the death of her 6-year-old daughter is set to be arraigned. A Franklin County jury indicted Ashley Fagan just yesterday in the death of Eva Bretz. According to court records, Eva died of blunt abdominal trauma last month. Eva was in the care of Fagan and her boyfriend. Police tell us he died by suicide when law enforcement tried to approach him on the same day Fagan was arrested. Fagan now faces multiple charges, including murder. She is expected to be in court for her arraignment at 1 o'clock. 10 TV is going to be there. Also breaking just into the newsroom, the driver of a car just went straight into a house in South Columbus. This happened south of State Route 317 near Alum Creek Drive. You can see that big hole there in the side of the house. Columbus Fire Department is telling us 2 people were injured in this incident, including a teenage girl. She was taken to Nationwide Children's Hospital and another person taken to Ohio Health. Both their conditions are being described as stable. For real-time updates, weather alerts, and breaking news, you'll want to download our 10 TV app. It's free, and you will be able to stay alert to breaking news and weather. Still ahead this afternoon, class may be dismissed soon, but speeding drivers are still getting schooled. We're breaking down the east side hotspots where police are cracking down. Plus, 2 internet giants are merging, and while your bill isn't changing yet, the impact could soon hit home in Central Ohio. What the $34 billion deal means for your service and your money next.
Jacob O. absent because housing was absent.
Healthcare, anti-bullying,
Mental health support.
But when communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Upgrade your home with new ceiling fans from Patriot Lighting. Find your style with over 50 in-stock options. Check out our new line of quick install ceiling fans. They're loaded with extra features designed to save you time during installation. Easily add comfort to any room with this quick install Dublin ceiling fan. Just $69.95 after rebate. Or this Lincoln Park quick install fan is just $76.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Get a new 25 gas-powered Corolla or any new Camry with 4.99 APR financing. Lease a Corolla from $219 a month or Camry from $289 a month.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
This May at Renewal by Andersen, you can have our award-winning windows and doors right now, and you don't have to pay us a dime for 2 years. You can try to pay us during the first 2 years, but we don't want it. Really, we don't want it. Save it, spend it, go buy a pony. Whatever you want to do. Renewal by Andersen is the full-service window and door replacement division of Andersen. And let me tell you something else. Did you know that Andersen products increase your home's value by 15%? It's true. It's possible that the money you spend on your new windows and doors could actually pay for themselves by increasing the value of your home. Can you imagine that? Speaking of doors, we'd love to introduce you to our brand new exclusive ensemble entry door systems. These are premium, custom-built entry doors that were designed for beauty and security. Just listen to our multi-point locking system. You're not going to find that at a big box store. And we want you to know that we proudly manufacture our windows and doors right here in the United States. Get your new windows and doors today with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. Call 220-500-8877.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by Fabric Heating and Cooling.
A major merger between Charter and Cox Communications could have ripple effects here in central Ohio. This $34.5 billion deal brings together two of the biggest names in cable and internet, Charter Communications, which you probably know better as Spectrum, and Cox. For now, nothing is changing for customers, but experts say it could eventually affect your service options, pricing, or even how much competition is out there. This week, McDonald's announced its largest hiring initiative in years. This summer, home of the Hamburglar, plans to hire up to 375,000 workers nationwide. In our state alone, this translates to over 20,000 new jobs. The expansion is part of McDonald's strategy to open 900 new locations across the United States by the year 2027. And you might be surprised to learn that Sheetz, the popular convenience store and gas station chain, has gone from 0 to 40 locations in just 4 short years. They're popping up all over the region, with the latest 2 just this week in Polaris and Galloway. Sheetz hopes to have 50 stores in the region by the end of the year. And Kroger is also expanding. The company just announced a $64 million investment to add more grocery stores between Central and Northwest Ohio. This includes building a new marketplace store in Powell and renovating 18 existing locations, including the stores in Circleville and Lancaster. Kroger also plans to break ground on a new store in Delaware, which is set to open in 2026. Now, this afternoon, Giant Eagle is bringing back plastic bags. The company says many shoppers just were not reusing those free fabric bags. The new plastic bags are made of 75% recycled material. Starting now, customers will need to bring their own bags or pay for paper or recycled plastic. Coming up after the break, school's almost out, but some drivers are still speeding through the finish line. We'll show you the intersections police are watching most closely and what they're doing to crack down before summer break. Michael?
We got a few storms around this early afternoon, but the main event comes later tonight. Hour by hour, we'll walk you through the threat coming up after the break.
10 TV Weather Cam is sponsored by Exterior Heroes.
I grew up on roofs, learning from my dad. He taught me the value of hard work, attention to detail, and doing the job right the first time. At GKG Roofing, roofing isn't just a business, it's my passion. For over 30 years, we have weathered the storms, built trust, and earned our reputation. Every shingle, every nail, every detail matters. Your home deserves the best, so for a roof built with experience, care, and craftsmanship, call GKG Roofing today. Roofing at its best.
There's sort of kind of maybe confidence. Then there's I've got this confidence. At First Commonwealth Bank, our promise is to inspire more I've got this kind of moments every day.
The thousands of real people who go undiagnosed. People whose psoriasis can look very different depending on their skin tone. As the makers of Tremfya, we understand that everybody's moderate to severe plaque psoriasis doesn't look the same. So we undertook a first-of-its-kind study of plaque psoriasis in every skin tone. Like hers, and his, and yours.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Ask your dermatologist about Tremfya.
It's Scioto Valley's ultimate backyard event. Transform your outdoors with above-ground pools starting at only $19.99. Buy now and have it installed before the summer rush. We have thousands of pools in stock, including premium 24-foot complete pool packages now only $26.99 and payments as low as $49 per month. Plus, enjoy 36 months interest-free financing. Your dream backyard awaits now through Monday, only at Scioto Valley.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and I'm excited to introduce GoGermain.com. The easiest way to shop for your next vehicle. At GoGermain.com, you can browse the area's largest inventory of over 5,000 vehicles from the comfort of your home. Find your perfect vehicle, customize your deal, and either see it in person at one of our 12 Columbus locations or complete your purchase 100% online at GoGermain.com. Plus, with our $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a car for less. Visit GoGermain.com and discover why Germain is more than a name.
Runyon puts the fun in smiling again. Your new smile is waiting at Runyon Dental.
In 1961, Columbus Door Sales started with a simple promise to install doors that open up possibilities for generations to come. Trust is our foundation. Time is our proof. Integrity, value, experience. That's Columbus Door Sales.
Stream free. 10 TV's Digital Broadcast Center is sponsored by Lindsay Honda.
Welcome back. Our meteorologists have issued a weather impact alert for this evening. You can see the radar here. The storm is making its way to central Ohio from the southwest. Heavy clouds are rolling through Kentucky and then, of course, in southwestern Ohio and Cincinnati as we speak. But we have a live look over Cincinnati. As you can see, it's gloomy there. But my heart is smiling. It's home. You can see the flags blowing over the water is moving. The wind is certainly moving in there. Michael Behrens is joining us. All right, what could we see here? We see their riverfront.
Yeah, I mean, in Cincinnati, they've got quite the risk for severe weather tonight, up to a level 4 out of 5 even for areas southwest of here. Okay. But we're under a level 3 out of 5 in Columbus, so not much different. Right. And those storms, they're going to come pretty much after dark again tonight. But the good news is, at least this time, most people probably haven't gone to bed by the time they get here.
Okay,
so
okay.
Don't go to bed early. It's kind of the advice. 10 TV Weather Impact Alert Day, though, that will be in place as we head through tonight. It'll start at 7 o'clock tonight and go into the early AM hours tomorrow. I think most of the storms will get at least into the viewing area before midnight. So make sure you have a way to get weather alerts if you're out enjoying your Friday night plans. Strong winds are really going to be the biggest factor that makes its way into central Ohio. But hail and the risk for a tornado, both of those exist with storms that head our way tonight. Make sure you're staying connected ahead of time. Have the 10 TV app downloaded on your phone now. That way you can get those weather alerts as soon as they're issued. And of course, the 10 TV Plus app on your TV. Download that, watch for free any of our extended coverage. There's that level 2 out of 5 risk factor all the way up to the I-70 corridor. Areas further to the north under a level 2 out of 5 and that 4 out of 5 down towards Cincinnati. Again, wind, the biggest risk we're watching, that is up to the high risk category as we head into this evening. Hail follows that, but then tornadoes and flooding, again, a risk factor as we work our way into this evening as well. Right now, cloud cover in place over downtown. That's kind of helped to tamp down the temperatures just a little bit. 77 out the door at the moment. Those temperatures, though, will be back on the rise as we head into this afternoon. We are expected to eventually make it back up into the 80s, and you can see a number of spots where the clouds haven't made it to, still in the 80s. Newark over to Delaware, over to Marysville, all in the 80s this afternoon. So we've got the warm air in place. That's one ingredient. The other would be the moisture. Dew points out there approaching the upper 60s, even close to 70 down toward MacArthur and Chillicothe. That's the second ingredient, that moisture in place to help trigger those storms. Now just what we need is some kind of a trigger, and we'll have that roll through later tonight. We see those storm chances picking up in our region as we head into this evening. What we see in the afternoon, mostly heat-driven pop-up activity, if anything. What we're seeing right now down to the south, kind of the northern edge of a system of rain to our south. Not the main event for tonight. This is going to continue to push its way off to the north and east over the next few hours. Then we get back into quiet weather. Hour by hour shows that system to the south now exit the region without much fanfare. Again, maybe another pop-up or two before it's gone. And then as we head into the evening, all is quiet, at least for the start. Once we get past 7 o'clock, that's when we see those storms forming to our west. This line here showing into our western counties by 10 o'clock. That pushes through Columbus as we head through 11 and then continues on to the east as we work our way into the early AM hours of your Saturday. Again, possibly bringing us that risk for severe weather. That's why we have that 10 TV Weather Impact Alert Day in place for tonight. Again, starting at 7 o'clock. We want to make sure we stress this because have that way to get alerts before you head out tonight, especially if you're going to be away from home. That's going to be key to staying safe from these storms. As we head into the weekend, we have that race for the cure tomorrow. Should be pretty good. A few sprinkles can't be ruled out. Temperatures falling through the weekend.
All right, Michael, thank you. And keeping your family safe this afternoon, Columbus has 30 brand new firefighters ready to answer the call to service. The video you'll see here is from less than 2 hours ago from the Columbus Division of Fire Paramedic graduation ceremony. Take a look.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to
The ceremony held at the Maurice Gates Memorial Gymnasium with city leaders and medical directors right there to congratulate the class and the cutest families.
They're like doctors on the street, right? They're always on call 24/7, and we're always there to help people and treat them like family. Nowadays, it's about 80–85% of our runs is EMS, medical runs. So the more staffing we can add, the more equipment we can add to help alleviate those burdens and help the public out. It's a big deal for us.
These new first responders will now be on the front lines helping to keep Central Ohio's families safe when every second counts. So we are congratulating them and praying that they will be safe and get the work done. As students gear up for summer break, some drivers are letting their foot off the brake, and it's catching the attention of police. In Reynoldsburg, officers say speed and distractions are still putting children at risk in school zones. 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald shows us where they're stepping up enforcement and the alarming numbers they are seeing.
While police are still pulling drivers over for going too fast, they tell me the number of violations that they're giving out is actually improving. People are starting to get the message. But now that summer is coming, the concern lies that those school zones won't be as active. They aren't as active in this summer, and we'll have to start from scratch in the fall.
Since last year, officers in Reynoldsburg have been cracking down on speeders at problem intersections. Many of those are along Main and Bryce Road on the east side. This past Tuesday, officers issued nearly 60 traffic citations during their monthly traffic blitz, with some drivers going as fast as 44 miles an hour in certain school zones. Officers are really reinforcing the need for you to slow down. Another problem police continue to see is drivers using their phones. They want to remind you that unless you have the phone directly up to your ear or mounted on your dash, even touching your phone can cost you.
We have taken steps to our traffic or our texting and driving to make sure that if we see people with devices in their hand, especially in the school zone, we make sure that we get those guys in the school zone for distracted driving.
Now, right now, we're along Main Street, right near Cypress, which is a little bit further east. The speed limit, as you can tell, is 25 miles an hour. Earlier this week, police tell me they clocked a driver going near 50. We do have those dangerous intersections listed right now on our website under this story. Reporting in Reynoldsburg, Amy Steigerwald for 10 TV News.
And on this Pink Friday, we are ramping up for tomorrow's Komen Race for the Cure. The 33rd annual event kicks off tomorrow morning at 8:45. We'll be at North Bank Park. There will be runners, walkers, families, friends, all going through downtown Columbus, passing landmarks and gems, including COSI and the State House. All of us in singular form for one goal, the funding for research dollars to end breast cancer and to help families in the fight against the disease. We are going to be there. I'll be there with my good friend Angela Ann and Adam King tomorrow morning. And you'll want to be sure to tune into 10 TV News this morning. We'll have some great interviews as we get ramped up again for the Komen Race for the Cure. All new at 6, protecting children in Central Ohio. In the past 15 months, 5 local children have died. Their parents or caregivers charged in their deaths. All of their families had cases with Franklin County Children's Services, and tonight we are holding that agency accountable. Join us. We have all new details tonight at 6. And coming up at 12:55, do not forget 10 TV Plus. We'll have our live coverage of that verdict being read in the case against the semi-driver charged in the fatal I-70 charter bus crash. At 2 o'clock, it's a brand new 10 Weather Impact show. And then live this afternoon and evening, track the storms moving into Central Ohio with our live radar and real-time updates from the 10 Weather Impact team. Lots happening, all of that on 10 TV Plus. Download it for your TV and watch for free.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle. Supplicate with counseling is for adults with moderate to severe opioid addiction who have started treatment with a dose of oral buprenorphine or are being treated with buprenorphine. Supplicate may help you keep moving towards recovery. Supplicate continuously releases the medicine buprenorphine all month with no real daily ups and downs. Buprenorphine is known to reduce cravings and block the rewarding effects of opioids.
Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in a vein. As an opioid, it may cause serious life-threatening breathing problems. Ask about naloxone for opioid overdose. Get emergency emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing or talking, or if naloxone is given. Don't take with other opioids, benzos, alcohol, or other drugs, including street drugs. This can cause severe drowsiness, decreased awareness, breathing problems, coma, and death. In emergencies, tell medical staff you're on Sublocade for opioid dependence. This isn't a full list of risks and side effects. Talk to your doctor and read patient label for more information.
Don't give up. Ask a doctor if Sublocade can help you keep moving towards recovery.
The thousands of real people who go undiagnosed. People whose psoriasis can look very different depending on their skin tone. As the makers of Tremfya, we understand that everybody's moderate to severe plaque psoriasis doesn't look the same. So we undertook a first-of-its-kind study of plaque psoriasis in every skin tone. Like hers, and his, and yours.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Ask your dermatologist about Tremfya.
Take action with Logan Services. Call now for savings up to $2,600 on a qualifying train system and 0% APR financing for 72 months on train. It's hard to stop a train with a system for every home and budget. Schedule your free same-day estimate now. We make home comfort easy with installation that takes just 1 day. Fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Lift Her, a free event helping women prioritize their health, Wednesday, June 18th, 2 to 7 p.m. at the Ohio Expo Center.
All right, friends, we want to give you a last-minute look at that forecast before we go.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on that severe weather risk for tonight. Level 3 out of 5 over Columbus. Wind is likely to be our biggest concern, but all types of severe weather are possible. Make sure you have a way to get those alerts. 10 TV app, best way to do it.
All right, thank you so much. Be safe, everyone. Young and the Restless is next.